Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Just thought it would be worth to do another Cardano update because it has moved down quite significantly here in the last 1 or 2 hours. Basically, it started when we had the US market open. So we saw here, as expected, so far an impulsive move down. That is clearly an impulsive move down. So I think currently this just confirms the current wave count, where we came down here in an impulse, so 5 waves moved down. We then had here this wave 2 in an ABC, and as already indicated here in the previous video, we probably already have unfolding here this wave 3, within this wave 3. So in an impulsive wave down, which would then after everything, be corrected again in a wave 4 and then will be completed in a wave 5. Target for all of this would be the low 30s, low 30 cent level. That would finish off the entire correction in my view for Cardano. And it could really be that we are unfolding here. We broke 2 key levels here already. We broke that previous swing low of 52 cents, and I indicated in the last video the importance of the 50.5 cent level. That is exactly where we are now. So you can see how relevant that level is. This is where the downtrend for now has stopped. We already broke it briefly. We made a lower low, but it has not yet been broken on a sustainable basis. So we would need to move really below that level. That's a key level as well. But for me, the way it came down, again, we also made here a lower high and a lower high, and now this might be another lower high when it unfolds. It is quite like that we are now in this yellow wave 3 down. Again, this would be corrected again in wave 4 and then coming down in wave 5. Now, if this is the case, where would we want that wave 3 to go to? By the way, this wave 2 hit exactly the target area here, which is fantastic. So that gives me confidence in this wave count. Let's take a look at where the wave, where that wave 3 in yellow would ideally need to get to as a minimum. That would be the 1.618 fib extension, and that would need to go to 39 cents. So we might have already done here the wave 1, move up into wave 2. Now the wave 3 might be unfolding. Again, where would that wave 3 go? Let's just take a look as well. That wave 3 here in white would need to get to at least, well, pretty much 50 cents, So we're nearly there. That could already be the wave 3. We haven't quite reached it. Ideally, we want to have it a little bit longer. Then we have a wave 4 to the upside and a wave 5 down. And again, that would ideally get to 39.3 cents overall. And therefore, I think that, maybe we still have that wave 1 unfolding or the wave 3, but it looks very impulsive what is currently down here. So this is pretty much the update. As expected, we have turned around in that yellow target area. That has been the primary expectation. There was a chance here, of course, for the price to break out a little bit higher, but it would not have changed the expectation here, because this overall move down would only have been invalidated above, I think it was 58.7 cents. So we need to be very clear that while yesterday Bitcoin moved up quite significantly, a lot of the altcoins actually didn't. They moved down quite strongly and they recovered with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin recovered much more. And therefore, for a lot of the altcoins, this move down, I think, has started. Also, and for Bitcoin, it might have started now as well. It's currently at 28.8K, very close to a key level of 28.6. Now, what we are doing here might also become something like a head and shoulders, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Where would that head and shoulder pattern take us to? Let's take a look. Let's take the height of that head, add it to a potential breakout point here. And that would take us, low 30s. So, well, actually to around 36 cents. But I think we might actually go a little bit lower in that overall downtrend. And hopefully here, that is currently my view, the correction will be finished. That is currently how I see it based on the medium term Elliott wave count as well. And I had a few comments about, I talk about the correction should be finished soon. Now again, I can't tell you if this will be days, I can't tell you if this will be weeks or months. I can only give you my guess, but nothing in this world will be able to tell you how long this is going to take, really. This is purely a guess, and I think in the next few weeks that overall downtrend should be over. Again, originally my expectation for the completion of the correction for the crypto market was end of Q1. Now we're clearly already in Q2. I always mentioned it could get into Q2. Now you see how this is moving on, right? We're still in the correction. Now it's sort of, well, it's not yet end of Q2, but we're getting there as well at some point. So yeah, you know, making guesses about time frames is always a bit dangerous as well, because it can give people false expectations. In the end, it takes as long as it takes. What I don't think will happen, I don't think we are going to get into a 1 or 2 or 3 year bear market. It's just my view. Again, I could be wrong, but I do expect another recovery in the stock market soon also, yeah, in the next few weeks. So it could drop in line with Bitcoin and Cardano, of course, and then we could see a recovery together with the stock market. At some point, probably next year, I expect, also based on the Elliott wave analysis for example, the S&P 500, I would expect a real crash. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, I think there will be one last larger wave up for the S&P 500, for example, and that could also then be here for crypto, the next leg up. And then next year there might be a crash, but that I don't really want to get into stocks now. It's best to analyze each chart individually. But yeah, this is here the roadmap that is still unfolding, currently going to plan. Again, making here a series of lower highs, and what has been coming down here was really impulsive. So what has come up there was corrective. This was also corrective. And someone asked me what actually characterizes a corrective pattern. Well, if you don't want to do the wave count thing, what is very important in a corrective wave is to take a look at, you know, are there overlaps? Is it some kind of a range maybe? So here you have a lot of overlaps. Yeah, you make higher lows, but overall all these waves are overlapping. Now, this is generally not a good sign for an impulse, which means it can only then be corrective, especially if you're making here only barely higher highs. Yeah, and here we started to make a lower high actually, here another lower high, and it just looks a bit messy. And this is one characteristic of for example, a corrective wave. Yeah, and then in the end it breaks down here. In the end, when you see here a lot of red candles, the thing is also when the price retraces nearly to where it came from. So here we obviously started at 49 cents, a potential move up. Now it then came down to exactly that level again. That is not bullish. That is actually quite corrective. Yeah, so it is of corrective nature, which means that if we came down here clearly in a downtrend, yeah, so an impulsive move down, and then you see something like this where all these waves are overlapping, yeah, slightly upsloping, basically a bear flag, this is a corrective pattern, yeah. And that also broke out to the downside as expected, and now the wave count also seems to be following here the expectations. Now, again, I mentioned, should we even break out of this target area again here above 54 cents, it would not be bullish, at least not at this stage. It would just mean a little bit of an extension of the correction. And of course, I will try to update you here about if there are any changes in the charts, so that you can come to your own conclusions. All right, so hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership and maybe even check out the trading course that I currently offer on morecryptoonline.com. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.